Welcome back to another 2 Minutes with Adam. I'm Adam Merlin, president of Merlin Auto Group, and today I'm going to talk to you about what I look for when I'm test driving a car to see if I want to make a purchase or not. This is a 2010 Mercedes S550 that we just bought. Car just came in. This is my first time getting in it. I want to get into the car and kind of act like it's mine. That's the first thing I do. I get set up, I make sure the steering wheel, tilt, telescope, in the process you're checking to make sure that everything's working. But I'm going to set my seat up exactly how I like it. I'm going to set my mirrors exactly how I like it. Literally, my mindset is I'm pretending like this car is my own, and does everything that I normally use work? That's a great kind of checklist to go through to make sure there's functionality. We've already checked the tires. A lot of times tires can have a lot of tread, but then you get in and the first thing you want to notice in your test drive is there excessive noise coming from the tires. That can mean the tires are dry rot, even though it looks like there's a lot of tread. You want to make sure that the car tracks straight down the road. Maybe there's an alignment issue. Sometimes that's indicative of a bigger problem. So these are the kind of things you want. Obviously, you observe if there's any warning lights on the dash. Make sure that all of your instruments or your gauges on the dash are working properly. You do want to do some heavy braking, heavy accelerating, just to make sure that the car can operate within those limits. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to demonstrate that. This car, I'll tell you, it's quiet. There's no wind noise. A lot of times these cars have aftermarket windshields, which can create some wind noise. There can be, wind noises can be indicative of previous body damage. This car seems to be really quiet, really tight, tracks straight. The tires look to be brand new. They drive like they're brand new. You do want to go around familiar roads and just make sure the car handles kind of like a car that you're used to handling. When you get back, once you're off the road, you're obviously going to start checking all the switches, make sure the sunroof works. Cars like these, those can be very expensive things, albeit they're small problems. They can be expensive fixes, so you definitely want to go through and make sure that works. You want to make sure cars like this that have a sport mode or have a comfort mode, you want to make sure all of those different modes work. One thing, and you learn this the hard way, you definitely want to make sure the car goes forward, but you also want to practice reverse, right? I've bought a car one time, it only went forward. I didn't try reverse. That was not a good day in my life, so you learn that lesson. But really, there's no major, it's not necessary to take it on a 3-hour test drive. You just kind of drive it around like it's yours, make sure everything functions well, and then that kind of gives you the feeling whether or not this is a good car. So I appreciate you tuning in. We'll talk to you soon on the next one.